In this video we will be setting up Task Controller to perform variable rate applications with the use of a prescription map. Before we begin, you'll need to ensure that you have Task Controller software loaded onto the screen and it needs to be unlocked. You'll also need to ensure that Task Controller has been turned on and you have a memory stick plugged into the back of the screen containing your prescription maps in the ISO XML format. To begin, we need to navigate to the performance icon and scroll through the tabs at the bottom of the screen until you find the TC tab. The only tab we should now see is the TC Task tab that we are performing today. We do this by first selecting the grower, which in this case is WJD. If there's only one farm, then it will automatically populate. In this case, the farm is called Home Farm. We have in this instance 3 fields loaded under Home Farm, and today we will be working with field 002. Once 002 has been loaded, you'll notice that the task automatically loads. The name of this task will be whatever you named it on the computer and will often be something generic like the date. You can also enter a respective worker as a record of who performed the job, however this is optional. Do not press the Start button yet, as first we need to set up our implement, so navigate to the TC Implement tab. If you cannot find your implement in this box, then you need to check your connection and ensure that Task Controller has been turned on through the Implement menu. The next tab along the bottom is the TC Map tab, and is the screen that we use to load the prescription maps. The page has a series of blank boxes. These are laid out in pairs, with one map layer box accompanied by a TC prescription box. As we can see, there are 7 pairs of these boxes, and this allows for the control of up to 7 different products at the same time. In this circumstance, we have a fertilizer spreader, so only want to control one product, so we'll be using the first pair of boxes. So select the TC Map Layer 1 box and press Select. What we are choosing is the item or control point on the implement we want to control. From this list we can see there is only one option, Actual Rate. This will be our map layer. The terms that you'll see in this box will depend on the implement and will quite often come in a different language. The names and what they refer to should be available in the implement's user manual. With Actual Rate selected, we now select the TC prescription box and then press Select. This should produce a list of prescription maps available to us with the letters RX at the front. The name and the units will be set by whoever created the prescription. In this case we are using RX TSP kilos per hectare. You can repeat this process if you wish to control another product at the same time. The next tab along is the TCPF tab. This is the details of the implement measurements and are automatically loaded from the implement. If you're plugging in for the first time, these may appear as 0, so we need to return to the TC Task tab to start the task first. Press the Start button and all the job data will be greyed out, preventing you from editing. You can press the pause button at any moment if you need to change any details or if you want to change to a different field. Pressing resume will then continue the task. If we return to the TCPF tab, you should now see the implement widths loaded. The figures on the left show what is correct on the implement, and the figures on the right have been copied from the implement and allow you to edit the position. For example, in this case we will remove the implement offset by setting it to 0 if we have found that the implement value is wrong. Select the TC Map Layer box and choose our control point, Actual Rate. We can change specific measurements relating to its position and the product we're applying. The first 2 boxes are the most important. Forward offset, which is the distance of the application in front or behind the GPS receiver. And in this case we will set it to -3, with the minus indicating it's behind the GPS receiver. The second setting is the product delay. This is the time it takes for rate changes to register and then action. And in this case we've set it to 2 seconds. The final 2 settings refer to the width of the application and the distance to the center of the machine. Calculating all these figures accurately will help in the accurate placement of product, but have a greater effect on performance of any section control system. Return to the main menu and go to the VT tab. Here we see the implement control screen. The coverage will now be controlled by the turning on or off of the implement. The target rate in the top corner will now indicate the rate required for that particular part of the field. If you require any further assistance, then you can call the Customer Service Centre on 0800 0281 910. Thank you.